Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Beth. Today I'm going to be doing the 5 quotes book tag for you. I have no earthly idea if I was tagged. I think someone tagged me to do it at some point, but I don't know who. Kind of reminds me of a Little Mermaid song. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I've been tagged, and my singing makes you want to cry. Okay, so basically, what you do with this tag is you pick 5 of your favorite quotes and you tell your audience about them. So I am picking 5 of my favorite quotes. I'm going to tell you, my friends, about them and probably chat a little bit about why I enjoy them. So, my first favorite quote is pretty much brand spanking new. I am currently reading Soulless by Gail Carringer, and this quote just stuck with me and made me giggle, and I really enjoy it. And before I start with that, let me just say that this hairdo was not my choice, but when a 3-year-old sticks stuff in your hair, you say okay. So we're just gonna pretend like these little, they're actually really cute. They're owls. You can't see them, but there you go. I love owls, and she put it in my hair, and I have gone all the way around town twice today wearing these bad boys and had a couple of looks, but people look at me funny anyway because I'm a funny person. Okay, anyway, on to the quote from Solus, the first in the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail Carringer. Um, basically, she's talking about food. Her stomach growled. She's very hungry, and she says, it was rude to order refreshments from someone else's staff, but when one was promised sandwiches and there was nothing but watercress, well, one must simply take matters into one's own hands. And I could not have said it better myself. They tell you there's going to be food and there's not real food. By golly, you go to the butler and you order some tea and you go sit in the library because that's what you should do. Goodness. Don't ever promise somebody food if there's no food. Never say Taco Tuesday if there's not tacos. The next quote is from another of my current reads. It's just absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I would say 80% of the Night Circus could be on the list of favorite quotes. Every line leads me to the next. So I'm going to read to you the ceremonious bonfire lighting. It is a very long passage. I will try to read quickly and clearly. As the clock begins to chime near the gates, the first archer lets his arrow fly, soaring over the crowd and hitting its mark in a shower of sparks. The bonfire ignites in an eruption of yellow flame. Then the second chime follows. The second archer sends his arrow into the yellow flames, and they become a clear sky blue. Third chime with a third arrow, and the flames are warm, bright pink. Flames the color of a ripe pumpkin follow the fourth arrow. A fifth, and the flames are scarlet red. A sixth brings a deeper, sparkling crimson. 7, and the fire is soaked in a color like an incandescent wine. 8, and the flames are shimmering violet. 9, and the violet shifts to indigo. A 10th chime, a 10th arrow, and the bonfire turns deepest midnight blue. On the penultimate chime, the dancing flames change from blue to black, and for that moment it is difficult to discern the fire from its cauldron. And on the final strike, the dark flames are replaced with a blinding white, a shower of sparks falling like snowflakes around it. Huge curls of dense white smoke swirl up into the night sky. So that is, like I said, very image heavy. It is very evocative. You can see it in your mind. I can almost smell the smoke as the different colors spark. And I definitely feel like it is a metaphor for so many things in life. You have to get all of your archers in place and keep pushing and keep working. So you start out with the yellow, the blue, the pumpkin orange, and it just keeps building until you get to that point where your book becomes a #1 bestseller or your business takes off and you can afford to go on a vacation or you finally get married and have kids or whatever it is that you're pushing for. Okay, the third quote is from a book that I refuse to hold up and show you guys because I've owned the same copy of this book since the 3rd grade, and I'm pretty sure we got it secondhand at that point. And it has been read so many times in so many terribly hot places since I am from Texas, Central Texas. I used to cart this book to camp with me, and I went to a camp that had no air conditioners. I mean, this poor thing has been through a lot. He really has. But it is The Hobbit, so I'm not going to hold up The Hobbit for you, but the beginning sentence, "In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit." It is a sentence that makes you want to know more. What is a hobbit? Why does he live in a hole in the ground? What's going on? It is a fabulous first line. It makes you want to continue. You need to know what is going on. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Why? And of course, there's the part where I myself identify as a hobbit. Nobody ever has bathroom doors for that, by the way. There's never a little sign that says, "Are you a hobbit? Here's the family bathroom." Just saying. But I identify as a hobbit. I live in a basement. I always want to live in the basement. Nice basements, not nasty ones. We like clean holes in the ground. But I just always want to go and sit down and have tea and biscuits and read my books and live in a hole in the ground. And that is one of my favorite books and one of my all-time favorite beginning sentences. Just a fabulous opener. And now we are on to quote number 4. Again, I have nothing to hold up for you. At one point, I had a notebook in which I had compiled several monologues and poems that I loved, and I did this for a class in college. However, unfortunately, I seem to no longer own that. I don't know if I gave it to a teacher friend or left it at a school or what I did, but I don't know where it is. This image is a copy of John William Waterhouse's Lady of Shalott painting, which corresponds to Alfred Lord Tennyson's The Lady of Shalott epic poem, which is all about a fairy lady in a tower watching Camelot. Tennyson is my favorite author, and this my favorite poem. I've told the story before of how I found Tennyson in The Lady of Shalott, so I'm just going to go ahead and read to you from the second stanza. Willows whiten, aspens quiver, little breezes dusk and shiver through the wave that runs forever by the island in the river, flowing down to Camelot. So my 5th and final quote is actually another poem, and it is by Lord Byron, and it is at the very beginning of The Key of Light by Nora Roberts. No, this is not the only time I've read Lord Byron or this quote. It's just the book I knew that had it, because I think this is the only way I have any Byron is that it's quoted in other books. I haven't ever purchased a book of just Byron. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the actual quote now. This is a great little piece, and it just really speaks to my creative writer's soul. "'Tis to create, and in creating live, a being more intense that we endow, with what form our fancy, gaining as we give the life we image." Isn't that just beautiful? And it's definitely very evocative of what a writer does, what an artist does, etc., and so forth. So those are my 5 favorite quotes. They're not actually my favorites. I couldn't pick favorites, but those are 5 really great quotes that I wanted to give to you guys. And I am going to go away now. I'm not going to tag anybody because I think that everybody's probably already been tagged in it. If you haven't done it and you have not been tagged, consider yourself tagged and let me know that I tagged you so I can put you down in the little information box and make it official. If you have done the tag, link it down below so we can go and watch your pretty face telling us about your favorite quotes. As usual, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. Leave me any comments down below. All of that jazz with jazz hands. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.